What's going on? This is Matt. It's the relaunch webinar for the ROI Engine local agency program. If you're watching this, ideally you have a person that has a marketing firm, an advertising agency, a digital agency, a local agency, whatever you want to call it, or maybe you're aspiring to have one. Maybe it's your side hustle. If you're watching this and you're none of those things, you're probably in the wrong place, but you can still hang out with us. So what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to walk through a little bit about my journey, what got me to this point, not too much. And then I'm going to walk through what we do in the ROI Engine local agency program to help local agencies build a local agency. And I use those keywords, local agency, because there's a lot of appeal, a lot of people talking about building a national firm. I'm going to have a national agency. I'm going to run Facebook ads worldwide. And I'm going to get clients all over the world and country. And they've never done it locally. And that's a problem. And I have a problem with that because if you've not figured out how to run and operate your business locally, why are you going to try and do it remotely with clients? Because if you can't handle and control a conversation, a situation with a client locally, if you can't gain and close people locally, how the hell are you going to do it remotely? More than likely you're not. It's just like today. I had a coffee this morning. Yes, I had coffee. He didn't. With a guy that owns a smoothie shop. Actually, the smoothie shop. I stopped by the way home and got one from the gym tonight. Unbelievable place. He's been open a year and a half. And he's doing good. And he's looking at opening a second location in the next 3 to 6 months. And the one thing we talked about is he took a long time to open that next location because he wanted to get this one right and go to the next one. He's asked me about franchising. And I said, you know what? I think you need to walk before you run. Before you talk about franchising this brand a bunch, and that's kind of was my mindset said, is that maybe you need to walk before you run and prove it out in 2, 3, 4, 5 locations. One of my clients has 6 locations and they just started franchising. They learned how to dominate with 6 locations. And now they're comfortable telling somebody else, here's how we did this with these 6 over the last 20 years. Here's how you need to do it. Well, that's kind of the same thing here from a standpoint that I'm on here to talk about how I have built my local agency from Matt Plapp and then Matt Plapp and Ashley Sparks to this right here. If I can get my screen to share correctly. Maybe not. Did I lose it? There it is. To this. These are the 6 people, 6 main people in my agency. And underneath them represent anywhere from, there's about 20 people total. And this has all happened in the last 3 years. The first 8 years, it was literally me and Ashley, these 2 boxes right here. And it's grown to where now we have an agency that is scalable, that is systematized, that is a well-run machine that constantly gets better. And so that's what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about how you can build a local agency, what my program is about, because my program started off a little over a year and a half ago with this. I wrote this book on 86-year restaurant sales. You can see at the very bottom. This book came from my restaurant program, the ROI Engine, which came from the quote you see on the screen. One of my clients famously told me, in my world at least, Matt, you know what I can't do tomorrow at the bank? And I'm like, what? And he's said it numerous times. So I can't go to the bank and deposit likes. I can't deposit likes in the bank. I can't deposit likes. You can't. He had all these different, he always brought it up because he was fascinated with the fact that he loved hearing and seeing his name on radio and TV at the Cincinnati Reds and Pittsburgh Pirates and Steelers games. They weren't social media users. And that drove them to try and always badmouth social media, which I proved them wrong, which led me to creating a restaurant marketing program, which led me to writing this book, which led me to creating what was started off as a restaurant program for agencies, which has now evolved into a full-blown local agency program. It's a program meant for me to show you the path to building an agency that's scalable. And one thing I think it's really cool about this is the fact that I'm able to show people a lot of things that allow them to avoid potholes, allow them to avoid issues. Kind of like why I bring up the local part. 3 years ago, I thought I was going to take my agency to national level. Boom, like that. I tried it. It didn't work. And I sat back and thought, man, why don't I do this locally with the restaurants until I go nationally? So I did. I pulled it back in, spent time fine-tuning my stuff in 2017. And then in 2018, I relaunched it, and national was fine because I had to get a lot of things in line. So there's a lot of speed bumps that I'm going to help through the process showing you guys this. So what I'm going to do today, today's agenda, is I'm going to kind of talk about my theories, my philosophies, and I'm going to show you the membership, what the local agencies get, and I'm going to show you the membership site, show you some of the other things. There's some really cool stuff. So if you're on this, you probably have a pretty good idea who I am. This is a slide I use a lot, and I wanted to show you this because I'm going to turn my camera off. That way you can just focus on this. I wanted to show you this because this program we're going to talk about today is applicable to any business. Matt Plapp deals in restaurants. You guys probably all know that. My main focus is restaurants. Today I had coffee at the smoothie shop. After lunch, I had a conversation with let's see, who did I have a conversation with lunch? Guy that owns a brewery. I also talked to a guy that owns 2 restaurants that we just closed. And then I had a presentation with an agency who's in the program onboarding him. And then I had a presentation after that with a guy that owns himself 6, his brand 34, because there's franchises involved, restaurants. That is my world I play in. But here's the facts. There are 3 ways to increase any business's sales. Find new customers and gain the data of current customers, turn them into repeat customers more often, and increase their average check sale. Let's just talk about where I just went, the smoothie shop. I'm a current customer. They get my information. They can drive me back more often. They drive me back more often. Maybe occasionally they pop in there like, hey, Matt, have you tried this energy mix in with your shake? I'm like, hell, I haven't. Let's try it. I like it. I get it again. I spend more money. Let's talk about my gym that I'm a partner in. I'm a partner of a gym. Our gym also does personal training, also has supplements, also has some meal services we provide, also does nutrition. We gain the data of everybody that joins our gym, and then we get them to buy more stuff from us, and that increases our average check. This philosophy works for anybody that relies on people coming back. Now, yes, this is a little tougher for car dealers and RV dealers and boat dealers because, and home builders and maybe the home product companies. But for anything else, people that have repeat business, auto repair, oil change, gyms, restaurants, massage, karate, we can name 100 things. It comes down to these 3 elements. You being able to help these businesses create a system that finds new customers and then grabs the data of their current customers, figuring out marketing plans that drive repeat customers, and then increase the average check. This is what I preach to all my clients and I preach to my agencies. You have to ingrain this in your mind. You have to understand how to help businesses. And the bottom path is what most businesses take. They take the path of least resistance, which is handing over a check every month to a radio station, a TV station, a sports team, a direct mail company, and they just buy sales. This is actually one of the reasons I parted ways with about 20 different clients the last 5 years with my agency. In 2016, I met a guy named Billy Jean. I started doing some coaching I started working with his people in his program, his team. They coached me. I then started getting coached one-to-one by Billy. And at that point, I had about 34 clients. I think the number we were at, I remember looking back, was we were 34 clients from 31 industries. A handful were restaurants. But 34 clients, 31 industries. We had about 180 locations, I think was the number with all of our clients, what they had, because one guy had 46, one guy had 20, so forth. And they were all different industries. One of the common problems was that we were doing 2 things. Number one, we were helping them spend their ad dollars to drive sales. I was buying their radio, their TV, their direct mail, their billboards. I did all of that. Their sports marketing. There's not marketing that I have not bought. And then I was also putting in place this. I was also helping them build this database. And one of the things I had to step back from was a lot of my clients wanted, this was easier to them. This was sexier. They heard their name on the radio. It happened instantly. We spent $10,000 and our sales went up tomorrow. Well, and they're like, great. See, look, this worked, Matt. I'm like, that's great. We got to do it again next month and next month. So one of the reasons why I changed my agency, Billy had told me, Matt, you've got this system for restaurants. You've got these theories that you buy into. You just have to go full force. And so that's what I did. I literally altered the landscape of my agency and went from a really, really actually never lost success, never lost revenue, never went down in revenue from 08 to now. We've grown every month, every year for the most part since 08, which most people can't say that. And at the same time, from 2016 to 2019, getting rid of in the ballpark of 40 to 50 grand a month in revenue from companies that didn't fit what we wanted. Because one of the clients was a good example. We sat down, we met. He's like, Matt, last year you spent $250,000 for us. How do you want to spend that money this year? And the fact that I didn't want to do any radio, TV, anything, I wanted to think about this. And I only wanted to spend about 100 grand and do what we want to do. They couldn't grasp that. They couldn't understand it because they were so ingrained in their old ways. So you've got to understand what you can do and what you can do best. And this is what I do. This is the ROI engine marketing strategy. This is the Matt Platt marketing strategy, is teaching businesses how to use your dollars and your efforts to build this audience, and then using this audience to drive sales, not the other way around. And I'm not going to go too deep into this, but this is some of the items my agency uses to help businesses do that. And I think if you look at all of these, you'll agree, all of these are universal to about any type of business. The things that we use in the yellow on the far left, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, social media marketing, meaning posting, reviews, things like that. And then marketing consulting are things that you can universally do for any business. Doesn't matter what they're selling. That's why when I call this program the ROI Engine Local Agency Program, it's because that's what it is. I'm helping you build a local agency. One thing I told a guy today on the phone, and I've got a call tomorrow afternoon with another agency using the program, is that Matt Platt from 2008 to 2016 didn't worry about vertical. I only worried about what I offered. And I had those 34 clients that we traditionally did the same type of stuff. We did their social media marketing. We did their email marketing. We helped with their website. We helped with their blog. We helped with their YouTube content. We helped with their social media ads. And then if they had the budget, we helped with their mass media. I didn't worry about vertical of client. And I had 34 clients from 31 industries doing anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. Myself and one employee. This was pre-understanding a lot of what I know now. Since then, I have kept those similar tactics, narrowed it down a little, but I've come up with systems and procedures. That's what I like about this program, is that I'm able to teach agencies a shortcut. I'm able to teach them what I do, and I still do it every day. Everything that's in our program is what I do every day for my agency. When we find something new and we tweak it and we prove it for our agency, we add it to the program. And so I bring this up because these items here are universal. Yes, Matt Platt is restaurants. Yes, the ROI engine is known as a restaurant marketing program. I had a guy today tell me, Matt, I'm not working on restaurants anymore. I'm like, great. Are you still working on getting clients to help pay you money? Well, yeah. What does it matter? Because these tools right here can be used for any. Matt Platt uses Facebook ads for his B2B agency. I get clients from ads. I use Instagram ads. I manage social media for myself. I have consulting. I have a call tomorrow with Chris Patterson, who's my consultant. I get consulted by Billy Jean. Same thing. It works for anything. What is the things we use to acquire data? What can you use for a local agency to help businesses acquire data from their customers? A birthday marketing program. Everybody thinks of a birthday program for restaurants. Yes, it's a great program. There's also a great opportunity there for about any other business. Jewelry stores, retail stores. My wife's birthday every year, she gets something from her hair salon from me. It costs me like $500. I go get a big gift card. Auto repair shops. I have a company we work with that does a huge business with birthdays, oil changes. Reviews, gain and gate. Every business needs reviews. Matt Platt needs reviews. My restaurant clients need reviews. My gym, CrossFit The Tracks need reviews. A Wi-Fi password program. If you're a business that has 4 walls and people come and hang out in it, they probably need Wi-Fi. If they're an auto repair shop, people are going to probably want Wi-Fi to play around. If you're a restaurant, if you're a gym, heck, that happened today. One of our members was asking for the password. I'm like, here's how you get it. Opt-in program. What are you doing to gain people's information from the marketing on the left in the yellow? And then last but not least, you notice the one that's orange, my color, is that data. Last but not least is the tools we use to build relationships. Every business can benefit from email marketing. Every business can benefit from text marketing. Every business can benefit from messenger marketing, and every business can benefit from retargeting marketing, remarketing, retargeted, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different ways to call that. So these are the tools. These are the things. I'm not going to go into this. This is the customer acquisition. This is one of our programs we use to drive business. Okay, I'm in the wrong program. Hold up here. Am I in the wrong slide? Did I lose my mind? Yeah, I did. I opened the wrong thing. I was wondering why that popped up. There we go. So our agency program is built off of teaching agencies 5 things. And I use the word scale because it's an acronym I think we all resonate with. We all understand it. And I like acronyms, and I like figuring out ways to help businesses. And from our standpoint with our clients, we have a system we use in-house called CMCM, which is an acronym I use for what we do for these businesses. But from the agency standpoint, we're helping agencies do 5 things. Number 1, start your engine. We're helping them create systems because we have some pretty badass systems in the ROI Engine program. We have about 17 to 20 ideas in there that are custom built, that are integrated into marketing with email and text and messenger and landing pages, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of cool stuff. We've got programs that teach agencies how to connect with new clients. The 4 o'clock call I had today on 6 restaurants that I will close this week was a guy that I met a year ago at a trade show, and it started with a video. Not one time until today did I ask him to do business. And we've talked 20 times in the past year. So we teach you how to connect with people in the right manners and how to get visibility, credibility. We teach you how to acquire a deal. How do you close a deal? How do you sell? We've, sales pitches, like, the presentation I was accidentally in right here. This is our slideshow that we give our agencies, that we go through it. It shows how to do everything. It has all the pricing. You got to have tools to acquire the deal. Blue, launch your campaign. You got to understand how to launch your clients' campaigns. When you connect with somebody and you acquire a deal and then you turn around and build your engine, whatever it is, you got to know how to launch it. And then last but not least, you got to know how to ensure results. If you don't know how to ensure results, you don't retain your clients. You don't retain your clients, you're constantly chasing your tail and you're constantly losing clients. I recently heard about an agency that closes about 30%. This is straight from an interview the person had. They were happy the fact that they closed 3 out of 9 deals they present. And I happen to know also, because I heard them in another interview, where about every 4 months they lose 40% of their clients. And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, okay, so if you close 9 deals and you get 9 deals and you close 3, but then of those 3 in 4 months, 1.5 of them are gone. Let's just multiply that. Let's say you have 27 presentations in a month and you close 9 people. That means that 4 of those 9 are gone in 3 to 4 months. And if you do that every month, you're constantly churning. You've got to understand how to ensure results. And ensuring results comes with properly acquiring a deal, selling them the proper stuff, properly launching your campaigns, and then understanding what to look for in those campaigns. So that's what we use from the program. And I'm going to walk you through a lot of stuff we use there with that. I get my computer to work here. There we go. So these are some items that I associate with this. What do you need to build a local agency? And by the way, I want to say this. I was literally pulling up what this webinar is going to be about 10 minutes before it happened. And one of the reasons I'm comfortable saying that, and I'm going to guess I've been probably comfortable with talking about this, is that I don't need to practice this stuff. I don't need to prep for webinars because it's what I do every day. It's what I love. And so the fact is, like, everything I'm telling you here, this wasn't pre-rehearsed. I literally was on the phone with Luis on the way here, talking about something else. After I hung up with Luis, I'm like, oh, I got a webinar in 15 minutes. I know it's about the ROI Engine program, so I'm going to walk through it. But I hadn't really thought about every aspect of it. So this is a slideshow that I have put together that I use for a video on the landing page, talk about the program. These are the things that in my world you need to build a local agency. You need sales. And what do you need to close a deal? Programs and pricing, sales collateral, agency marketing plan. You need marketing. What do you need to market your business? All of this stuff. demo bots, messenger page and local page marketing bot, Facebook, public figure Facebook page, demo bots, business card, website and landing page, appointment process, nurturing email bin, LinkedIn account, video plan, a lot of stuff. Programs. You need something, you know what you're selling. You're marketing yourself. You then get in front of a prospect and you close a deal. What the hell did you sell them? You've got to know and have a plan of what you're selling and a system to it. Was it hourly consulting, monthly consulting, social media ads, social media marketing, email, text, messenger, local page marketing, four walls marketing, whatever it is. And then last but not least, you got to have systems to run your agency. The most basic stuff, bank accounts, LLC, credit card processor. You got to have agreements, an attorney, an accountant. Now, granted, some of these things you don't need a lot up front. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't have an accountant that much. I guess I had accounting advice early on, but I didn't have a whole lot of it. Asana project management tool, a CRM for your agency, a VA plan, an employee plan. This is where I'm working on now, employee plans. We're slowly building out exactly what every part of our agency looks like and hiring people to fit little parts of it. And all of these you'll see have a color. The green, sales, acquire a deal. Red, marketing, connect with clients. Orange, program, start your engine. Yellow and blue, systems and launching. You're pretty going to have all these things to launch things. So this is the items you need to build a local agency. And what we've built with the ROI Engine local agency program is basically we've systematized it into 3: marketing, programs, and systems. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you got to know how to sell. You know, we do have sales training. My dad does a webinar every week. He's going to start doing calls with people on the program. He can teach you how to sell. But at the end of the day, these are the 3 main things you need to launch an agency. And what we found out was let me go back a slide. When we had the ROI Engine local agency program, I'm going to keep calling it that so you guys all get it in your head that it's not a restaurant marketing program. Yes, there is a restaurant marketing program in there, but it's also retail and about anything else. But this local agency program, about 3-4 months ago, I kept wondering why agencies weren't succeeding at a quicker rate. And I talked to about 20 different agencies. And this list right here came from them because I'm like, why aren't you going quicker? What is holding you back from presenting, from closing deals, from getting clients? And it was like, Matt, I got so much I got to do. I'm working on my demo bot. I'm working on this. I kept hearing all these excuses, all these things they needed, all these reasons they hadn't taken off. And so in my mind, there were excuses. But then I sat back and I kind of looked and said, okay, Matt, what are you missing here? And I realized what I was missing was that I had done all this stuff one by one over 8 years. So when it got to year 9, 10, 11, and I started altering my agency, these things were all little pieces that were in there. I just had to pull together. The fortunate thing about Matt Plapp is I know how to market myself. You know, I have no issue every day getting 3, 4, 5 prospects on the phone and closing deals. Sales, same thing. I know how to sell. I don't give a shit what it is. I can go sell it. Now, granted, I only sell what I believe in, and then I know I'm not a dishonest person, but I can sell what I believe in, and I believe in what I do. The programs and systems was something I never even thought about for 8 years, and I just made it happen. So when I started thinking about that, I started thinking, I'm fortunate that I'm kind of an anomaly and that these things didn't bother me. I was very good at marketing myself and selling, and I was very good at coming back and getting Asher to help me figure out what the hell we just sold and making it work and making the customers happy. I was terrible at systems, and I'm getting way better now. But when I did that, I thought, how can I make this process quicker? How can I help agencies get from point A to not point B or C, but to point Z quicker? How can I help you get to where you're in front of clients in a quicker manner? So what we did was we closed the ROI Engine down. We started tweaking things, and we're still tweaking it. But I'm confident that we're getting to a point where it's running smoother, quicker, and then in the next month, things are going to be running rock and roll because we're only allowing a couple agencies a week to join the program just for this reason. But we got the done for you because I realized that, yes, my training's one thing. I want people to be able to take advantage of my training quicker. So what we came up with was the done for you program, meaning in 2 weeks, when somebody joins us, now this might be a little different the next 2 weeks because of Christmas, but ideally if somebody joins September 17th, that by December 17th, by January 1st, 2 weeks, you're going to have 6 calls. and you're going to have a lot of stuff done in between then. But the cool part about it is you don't get these items until you actually go through part of the membership site that I know you did your side, because I want you to still understand what you're selling. But what we're going to do in those 2 weeks is you're going to interview with Ashley to get onboarded. And then you're going to go to myself, my director of sales, Doug, Peter, our automation guy, my dad in sales, back to Ashley, and then you're going to finish with me. And this whole concept is that by the time you do that 2 weeks, we're in the background building out your agency landing page, your case study landing page, my book landing page, which you can use to help acquire some credibility if you want to, your agency flyer, your business card, your local page marketing program. So we're helping with that marketing. And then within that, we've got all your product demos. So we've got your acquisition engine, your review engine, the birthday engine, the Wi-Fi engine, the punch card program. They're all built. They're in your programs. And they're incorporated with that marketing. So that flyer has all the stuff on there. And in the back of it, the systems, now we're using a product called High Level. We've moved a lot of our stuff to High Level because, man, it's freaking awesome, as I'll show you in a minute, how it incorporates a lot of stuff in one place. But we give you the ROI Engine Agency High Level CRM, which I'm in the process of finishing up and be giving everybody in the program the next 7 days. The agency appointment getter and keeper, and then this, I mentioned the 6 onboarding calls. So I have to cheat here and see what the next slide is. Okay, so let me come back to this, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. Is there any questions right now? So let me ask that. Any questions in the chat or anywhere else I've got this broadcast? Let's see if I got it here. Questions right now, so let me. Okay, so no questions here, no questions there. Cool. Okay. So let me walk you through the ROI Engine program real quick, and I'm going to show you a couple elements of it. So number one, the local agency program. And one thing I want to really hammer home too is that this part in here, the builds, is going to be ever changing. You know, what we're doing today is different than what's going to work in 6 months, a year, and 2 years. I got rushed at my presentation at the mini chat conference. I spoke there. And at the very end, I wanted to say something. I didn't get a chance to say it completely. But one thing I asked was, how many people in this room are scared about the upcoming changes in Messenger? How many were scared about the changes made the last 6 months? How many are scared about the changes made last year? And people are like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? If you're building your agency based on one product, like you're a bot agency and you do messenger marketing for people, you're destined to lose because you're building off something you can't control. What's popular now might not be popular next year. Hell, I remember 2 years ago, I was excited as could be about a product called Mobile Wallet. And I looked at it and I liked it and I tested it alongside my current product I had then, and then the current product we're running now, and it didn't fit the bill. And we're not using it now. But you know what? In 6 months or a year and 2 years, we might. Hell, in a year and a half from now, YouTube might be the place to get traffic. There might be some other new fancy social media. TikTok might be the place. So you've got to build your agency around you. So when I show you the programs, don't get tied up in the programs now. Get tied up in building your agency. So I'll show you this in a second. But when you join the ROI Engine program, you get access to a membership site through Kajabi. And that membership site has these main items in it. Number one, the ROI Engine builds. This is the builds that we have, which we're undergoing some major tweaks right now because of obviously the upcoming Messenger change. Not a huge deal. It's not a real big change on our end, but we're making some tweaks to it. The ROI Engine extras, which are extra items that piggyback off of the ROI Engine builds and how to build your agency. The Agency Accelerator, which this is funny. This Agency Accelerator and this RGA Hurricane are two of the most popular things we have, or two of the most important things we have and most underutilized and underappreciated. Because the reason most of you guys suck at running an agency, or the reason you haven't grown how you need to, is because of what happened to me today. The fact that today I had very in-depth conversations with 5 decision makers. And guess what? None of those decision makers were talking to me because of something I did yesterday or last month or 2 months ago or 6 months ago. But one guy actually was reciting videos of mine from a year ago. This Agency Accelerator teaches exactly that, how to market yourself. and your agency. And the RGA Hurricane is a badass program that we have created. I won't go deep into this because that's got some proprietary ideas in there that I don't want to share. It's literally a turnkey way to put yourself in front of business owners through all these items here and really market the hell out of yourself. And last but not least, other industry builds. And then you've got my free program, which we're getting ready to start charging for. But the other industry builds, there's things in here. We're actually in the process. I'm getting ready to do a call this week where I get about 10 of my agencies. We just relaunched. So I got to tweak the colors over here and everything. We're getting ready to announce from our agencies that are in the ROI Engine program now, the agency program, that are working with other industries. And they're going to help us build these out and show you examples. You know what? Yes, all these things out here, Matt talks about restaurants, they can easily be tweaked. But by the way, here's how they're tweaked. Here's a golf course, auto repair, fill your funnel, health and fitness program, auto and RV and boat dealer. So let's go back and look at these things real quick. And then we're going to dive into high level and show you how that's kind of been tied in. So the full program, one, we've got some introductory stuff here. Welcome to the program. We've got, and you can see we're constantly making changes. You know, this is a 2020 Facebook Messenger changes and high level review. That was just done last week. We're constantly adding stuff in here. The mini chat introductory, Zapier introductory. There'll be a high level introductory pretty soon. But we've got our ROI Engine restaurant build. This is my main build that everybody knows about. That's what this book was. The Don't 86 Your Restaurant Sales was built off. It's my opt-in and multiple offer sequence. High level trains, I mentioned, that needs to be moved up. That should be up top. But the high level, how we're integrating high level with this part of the program. Facebook ads, restaurant loyalty, birthday, and this is an internal marketing one. The social media marketing, email marketing, catering, restaurant organic, Wi-Fi program, beer marketing, trivia, digital punch card, which by the way, digital punch card, we have a fast food restaurant right now that is killing it with it. I wouldn't mind logging in and seeing the results, but I don't want to show their name. But actually, let me look on my phone. I want to look at this real quick because this actually, we launched this November 16th with 90 of their customers out of 4,500. And it had $3,000 in sales with obviously no discount attached in a matter of 3 weeks. And we just launched it the other day with another 4,000. I don't know how many joined. I haven't looked at that. Okay, here we go. So we have 295 visits now on this. And we've had, how much it spend? 3,100. So yeah, okay, so we've gained about 800 the last 2 days more than we had. I think we were at like 2,300 maybe. So we're at $3,200 right now. But anyways, sorry, that was on my mind. Restaurant basic bot, user generated content, customer surveys, get reviews. These are all things that we have built out that can systematically be rolled out with a lot of businesses. Yes, I talk about restaurants. That's what I do. That's the concept of what I do. What you're doing, I don't know. You know, from a local agency standpoint, I always tell agencies, you know what, don't pick one. If you can afford to, and you can do that, you want to make money tomorrow, and you can say, you know what, I want to have 3 to 4 industries. One you love, one you know a lot about, one that you know pays well, and go after that. If you can afford to and say, you know what, I got a 24-month plan, I've got enough revenue on the table now, I'm confident in my abilities, I can scale it up. Yes, then niche the hell down. That's fine. You're in a place where I can show you how to niche in the restaurants, but at the same time, it's not mandatory. You know, Ryan Howe's a great example. He hasn't niched down. He's got some restaurants, he's got retail, he's got a bunch of stuff, and the guy's crushing it. Started with us day one, met him through Billy Jean's program. I want to say he was doing $3 to $4 grand a month back then, or brand new really. And he's up to, I think he's on pace to hit like $2.5, $3 million next year. So the ROI extras is, and I'm going to get to the done for you items here in about 5 minutes. The ROI extras, let's see, hold on. Client's website is down. One of our clients, we still manage their website. Their website went down today. But this is the ROI extras. The ROI extras is really where we tie a lot of things in. So this is your local agency blueprint. There's a couple things we've done to kind of help agencies understand how to look at like what we call the 5K, how to look at how to get from 0 to 5K. The agency marketing plan, how to market your business, your local public figure page, your local and eats page, your agency video tools, pricing and selling your programs. This is something that most people struggle with. How do you price? How do you sell? Well, we give it to you. We've got our whole presentation here. Like if I click this, this pulls up me presenting the entire program, how I do it. You download this, you go to Canva, you get the link, you should get the Canva access, you change it to your liking, what matters to you. We put all that in there. I've got examples of us presenting this. Here's the new package, how to set up expectations, onboarding a client, now what? First time client launching a campaign, clients live, now what? Understanding your cost. Understanding your cost is a key element too. It's like today I had a conversation with Doug. I got a client that we can get 34 locations out of after a 6 location, 3 to 5 month trial. And I'm like, we got to price this a little differently because, the client even said, hey, I want to roll this out to every location, but I also am not going to pay full boat for every location, which I completely agree. So you got to understand your costs. And Doug and I were like, Doug's like, okay, let's look at the cost tomorrow morning and let's make sure we don't start off too low and we have this thing built right. This is gold right here. Client conversations. These are actual calls I have with clients. 1 location juice bar, 2 location restaurant in Canada, a client who's concerned about the opt-out, setting up expectations. These are literally clients, brainstorming an idea with a client that's a board game owner, board game restaurant owner. Third client review, early campaign, 2 months live. Marketing director for a fast food restaurant. These are all recorded calls that help you understand what it should look like. This is actually David, one of our guys who closed a restaurant. This is his presentation. Crushed it. This is a deep dive here of me prepping for a pizza client meeting. Google Sheets, some of our integrations, ManyChat drip editions, case studies. We actually give you our case studies. I'll share that second high level. Your ad campaigns, all the different things within your ads, how to tweak them, how to understand them, reviews with different people in the program, a couple with Spencer here, a couple with Johnny and Michael in here, how to onboard a client, a couple of different things, hiring and working with VAs, sales training with my dad. My dad's a freaking beast. We're getting more involved. Tools to scale your agency, tours and build, and then we have a lot of office hour stuff. Cool thing is you can go in here and search, and you can search for anything. You can say, messenger sequence. And it's going to pull up everywhere in here that messenger sequence is in. You can go, okay, well, there's something at 11/29. So what, a month ago? Is that right? It might be last year. I don't know. And you can look in here and say, where does it show about messenger sequence? You can see how they're laid out. So that's the ROI extras. Let me go back to the dashboard. The next aspect of this is the agency accelerator. And the agency accelerator comes down to this right here. This is what I've used kind of since 1999 when I got in marketing out of college and in advertising sales. Big time the last 11 years. This is the stuff I do every day. Revenue generating activities. As an agency owner, as a small business owner, if you're a restaurant you should be using, or a car dealer, if you're selling something, you need to talk to more people that can buy your product. If you talk to more people that can buy your product, guess what? You have a chance to sell more product down the road. This is what we call the ROI Experts Weekly Planner. And these are the 11 items that you can consistently, I think it's 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, my bad. Phone calls, emails and messages, video content and ads, LinkedIn outreach, Facebook outreach, business stop-bys, one-to-ones, networking events, seminars you hosted and webinars, and RGA Hurricane started. Today, I made a handful of phone calls. I mean, probably half hour of the phone calls. Emails and messages, I've probably done a half hour to an hour today. Video content, I did a couple videos. LinkedIn outreach, none today. Doug's been handling that. Facebook outreach, a few. Business stop-bys, one-to-ones, one. And also in here, actually, one thing we need to add in here, because it's comical, I don't have it on here, is actually meeting with clients. How we missed that? Met with 3 clients today. Descriptions of this. And this is, I guess the goal of this is to get meetings with clients, but that should also count. And the concept is making sure, understanding your weekly tasks, what you're doing with your RGAs, what you're doing with your video, what you're doing with your recap, understanding how you do every week. That's what this agency accelerator part is about. And these are modules taught by myself and by Doug on everything in there. Understanding, scripting your calls and emails. This is a session Doug did in 18 minutes where he talks about, all right, time to recap. Talks about how to script your calls and emails. And these are all elements that most agencies do really, really, really bad at. The reason you don't have enough clients is not enough of the right people know you. The reason not enough of the right people know you is you've not systematically done enough of this stuff. And you know what? A lot of this stuff, this is why I talk about this being a local agency program. If you're a person that's hoping to start a membership site tomorrow and sell a bunch of restaurant owners or car dealers or some type of program, or you're hoping to just do a bunch of cold emails and get 50 clients tomorrow, I'm not your guy. I'm a person that teaches long-term tactics. There's people out there with courses, with programs that haven't had an agency for 2 years, haven't had an agency for 4 or 5 years. There's people out there, coach, teaching things that don't even have an agency anymore. Ask yourself that. How many personal trainers do you know that don't work out anymore? Interesting. So this is what the agency accelerator is. It's all these tactics. There's a weekly call, and there's something for every aspect in here to help you understand how to do all of these elements. How to call people, how to email and message, how to create video content, how to do LinkedIn outreach, how to do Facebook, business stop-bys, one-to-ones, how to go to networking events, something nobody knows how to do. Last but not least is the RGA Hurricane. Now, the RGA Hurricane, I'll just say this. The RGA Hurricane is a tactic that we teach, that we created, that helps you take all 10 of these items, maybe 9, whatever the hell it is, 3, 4, I can't count, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all 9 of these items, and the 10th one's a hurricane. It does all 9 of them. Helps you do all of them. And so this is a very cool program, and it's all about marketing your agency. Now, I want to dive into, let's see, go back to this image if I can. So what all is included with the done for you? So number one, the programs you talked about, the ROI engine programs, the extras, the other industry bills, agency accelerator, RGA Hurricane. We have a daily webinar. Mondays is me, where I build out typically marketing campaigns for agencies, so you can get a deep dive into what I'm working on. I show you pretty much everything I do. Doug does Tuesday nights. He's got one tonight, I think at 8 or 9. Ashley does Thursdays. Peter does Wednesday. My dad does Friday. We're in the process of changing some of the times to make them a little easier to attend. Private group. We have an unbelievable private group. And then annually, we do 4 events a year. And you get access to come to those events. And we have one in January in Florida, late January, the 3rd week. We'll do one at Traffic Conversions in San Diego in late March. We'll do one in July in Cincinnati. And then we'll do one in the fall, probably at Mini Chats Conference. I try and do 2 of them around another event so people can double dip. So let's go into something that's brand new, high level. So high level is a program that I've looked at for about the last year. A guy that I'm friends with named Robin Alex is one of the owners. I met him through Billie Jean 3 years ago. Really, really, really bright guy, knows his stuff. And their goal was to set out to create a software that helped agencies eliminate software and then also have accounts under it. So I'm just going to give you a quick deep dive in this. So number one, when you become an ROI engine agency, you get access. We basically replicate what we've created. We replicate 2 things. Number one, we replicate the marketing for your clients and for your agency. So you can look in here. These offers right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and birthday. These are all of the email and text sequences you need for your restaurant clients or for your salon clients or for your whatever, whoever you're selling your programs to. These are the sequences for text and email built and retargeting built in there. For your agency, this is your agency. This is your appointment sequence. This is your case study sequence, your nurture sequence. So when somebody makes an appointment, this is how they're talked to. This, I'll tell you what, one thing that's really cool is this one right here. This one I just instituted this little rule where I've got, please reply yes, confirming you received this reminder and we're still good to meet. This is the code to 24 hours ahead of time. Ever since I've done that, every single person has replied back yes. I've had 100% show rate. And it's kind of funny. I forgot I added that. And I was like, oh, why is this guy messaging me back yes? And then I looked, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because you can go in there and look at the conversations. I could literally go in here and say, let's go to all, and I'll show you where one of them actually replied yesterday. Zoom always makes my computer slower. Refresh this. Look and see if I got any questions while I'm on this. I don't see any. Something like a punch card could also work for servers like, yeah, I mean, you're right. Brett, punch card could work for a lot of stuff, bro. Okay, so my computer is acting up here, but let's go down here. So basically, that's the marketing elements. That's all the different campaigns we build out. The scheduling. So high level allows you to do your scheduling through here. So it eliminates the need for acuity. So you now have a place for your campaigns. Like I use Drip. Typically this right here, these campaigns for me were built in Drip. That eliminated for me a couple $1,000 a month bill, but for even a small agency, if you have Constant Contact or Drip or something like that, it eliminates a $50 to $100 bill. Calendar. This eliminates acuity. So you can pop in here and you can have your account. Oh, I know why, because I'm on my test account. Sorry, I just realized that. I'm not on my actual account. So I'll go on my account and show you this. But calendar, you have your calendar in here. So this eliminates acuity. You've got your funnels. This eliminates ClickFunnels. So this is what comes with our agencies. They get access to these items. So we put them in here. We have our 3 ways, our sell more slices, our restaurant case study, our restaurant secret weapon. These are landing page funnels that are built out. You can see if I pop onto this, you just literally go in here and tweak the messaging, make it to where it's your own. If you want to put your own videos in here, or if you want to keep these, I've got agencies using my videos. I'm fine with that. As long as they're trained and they're in there, you can embed all this good stuff. You don't need anything else. So for example, the way it typically worked for Matt Plapp 60 days ago was I had Acuity, I had ClickFunnels, I had Zapier, I had Drip, I had Pipedrive. Because another thing I forgot to say that there's opportunities. This is Pipedrive. This is your CRM. So let me show you this while I tell you this story. Let me show you Matt Plapp's, because this is what I was trying to share. I thought my computer wasn't uploading. So this is what we're tweaking on our end, the CRM. So I go in here and I can look and see, hey, we got this many leads, we got this many contacts made, appointment set, missed appointment, successful appointment, pending deal, closed, canceled. Like right now, we've got this under a couple things, promotion pipeline. This is things that, these are deals we're working on. And so you can see all this stuff in here. I'm actually in the process of tweaking this and moving this over to the other one. But I want to show you this because this is the conversation I meant to show you earlier. Here's the appointment from today. And you can see he replied back, yes. And I love being able to go in here. It's a better way to use texting for your business. But what I really like is the fact that it incorporates everything, because before Matt Plapp with, this webinar page would have ClickFunnels running, and I'd have Acuity embedded in there, and I'd have that hooked to a Zap. And the minute somebody scheduled an appointment, it would trigger a Zap, which would also add on the Pipedrive, which would also add on the Drip, and it ran through there. So I'm using Drip email, Pipedrive CRM, I'm using ClickFunnels landing page, using Acuity, using a lot of Zaps. Now, the same exact landing page, somebody comes and makes an appointment. They make an appointment through the calendar in high level. When they make that appointment in calendar in high level, it then triggers the marketing sequence in high level. It then triggers the nurture sequence in high level. And then it adds them to our dashboard. It adds them to our opportunities, our CRM. So it's all in one. And so with the local agency program, you get access to all this. So when you join, you join your account, you get a high level account. It's $97 for one account, and you have one sub account, and then you go to $297, and it allows you to get as many accounts as possible. You can literally have 1,000 accounts underneath here. You can resell those to clients. You can do a lot of really badass stuff, but it's pennies based on when you get it built up. And it also though replaces ClickFunnels, a lot of Zapier, Acuity, Pipedrive. I'm missing stuff, I know, but it replaced a lot of technology. And so when agencies are in this, hey, what's up, Jatari? I had a meeting with him today. He's a brand new agency. When you get this, you now have the ability to have less items on your plate and have everything in one place. So that is the ROI Engine agency program, the relaunch. And if you go to roiengineexperts.net, you can see some of this. I've actually probably got to re-record. I might actually upload this here, I guess. But this is the program. It walks you through what's included. It's $22.50 a month, or upfront right now, $99 a month. You get access to everything I show you. You get everything built for you and loaded for you. All of those things built in your mini chat account for your local and each page for marketing, your public figure or agency page for you, like all the demos. You get your, I can go back to this. You get all your turnkey stuff. Your agency landing page, your case study landing page, your agency flyer, your business card. All of those things are built within your stuff, so you can easily demo it. You have your CRM, you have your appointment getter and keeper. All that stuff is done for you. The concept is that you can get running quicker. And I can tell you this price is going to change. I had originally hoped to change it before this launch, but I kept it at $22.50 up front and $99 a month. This is going to change dramatically in the next few months. I haven't figured out when, but I want to have the process completely perfect before I change it. And we don't have it perfect yet. And especially with us switching a lot of the elements to high level the past few months, we've got a lot of work to do to make sure it's even more seamless. Because my goal is to basically have an agency join. I look at it as like a franchise. That if an agency joins our system, that we're not giving you a bunch of bots or a bunch of this and you can, hey, go figure it out. We're giving you a system. Over a 2-week period, you're expected to go through. I don't know if you can hear my son yelling at his Xbox upstairs, but it's kind of comical from my end. You're expected to go through these sequences. In the 2 weeks that we're building all this stuff out for you, you're expected to go through that. And while you're doing that, at the end of that 2 weeks, the concept is we're going to turn over to you what you need to market yourself, what you need to go out and be able to walk in. So after day 14, you get access to all this stuff. Day 15, you can walk into a business and go, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I do. And here's how we do it. And you have your flyer, you have your business cards, you show them some demos, they go through it. You walk through your presentation because you have access to all of our presentations. You have a landing page you can direct them to. You have a way to make appointments. It's turnkey. My goal is to make this a turnkey local agency program and have it to where it makes it a lot easier to do what I've done in 11 years in the matter of 6 months to a year. So I don't know if there's any questions or not. I will stay tuned here for a second. Yeah, Ronald, the high level price is over and above ours because that's not us, that's them. It's just like right now, like if you're an agency, you probably have ClickFunnels, you have Zapier, you have Acuity, you have some type of email service, you have something for your CRM. It's just replacing that. And we have found that to be a tool that, one, I love the fact that it's all in one place. But yeah, it's over and above. And we have a link for that. You join, we give you a special link that joins through us. We give you some bonuses for doing that. Plus we load everything in for you. We give you a link, you click, it loads it all in there for you. And then we're in the process right now of building out the quick, easy training, some other things to make that even more seamless so that by the end of that 2 weeks that you're in the program and you've gone through your onboarding calls, that you're able to systematically be ramped up, be ready to go. Can you sell it? Yeah, you can do that. That's another thing I forgot to mention, Ronald. The cool part about this, I don't have to forget this. We are building out a do-it-yourself program that you can sell to businesses. The CRM, like you can build that whole thing out. Like you can go in there with the $97, you get one account. So that's your account or one client. When you upgrade to unlimited account, it's $297. I want to make sure you know that. But that gives you unlimited. So you can have 1,000 accounts in there. So you can literally, like I just had the other day, we have a medical client we work with, and I met with him, and he had an idea. And I'm like, dude, I put that in our new app because you can actually white label it. So ours is app.roiexperts.net. And so I showed him. I'm like, look, we can do your CRM in here, your scheduling, your texting, your voice calls, your voice drops. And he's like, hell yeah, sign me up. $299, boom. I just made my fee on high level from him to pay for the whole account one time. And I could have 100 of him. And you can replicate things between them. So like with the restaurants, I'm building in the ROI engine program for the agencies. I'm building, this is restaurants, so this is specific restaurants. I'm building a restaurant do-it-yourself program where we're going to create 2 templates for every month email, 2 templates for text every month, a content calendar in there that says, look, it's National Pizza Month, it's National Burrito Month, it's National Cheese Month, whatever, giving them reasons to do that. And then also a catering program so they can easily have a CRM for their catering. We're basically building that little miniature thing that as an agency you can sell for like $200 a month to a restaurant or maybe a retail company and say, look, we've got this program you can use to your emails, your texts, it's preloaded, has landing pages, has a CRM. I think it's a gold mine that we're going to be easily able to sell it to people that could be upgraded to potential clients, or maybe they just aren't good opportunities for us to be a client at $1,000 a month. but their opportunities at $200 a month, and they're using your product instead of Constant Contact. Because a lot of them now are using a product like Constant Contact or MailChimp. They're paying $100 to $200 a month, and it doesn't have 90% of what this has. And we're going to have pre-made stuff, landing pages, miniature websites, the appointment process that they can use for their business, everything in there. So yeah, you'll be able to easily resell that. It's a pretty cool feature. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Let's look and see who we got on here. Rebecca, Ron, Ronald, Brian, Angus. I'm guessing that's Alok. Hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's see. Marv, Greg, Eldon, Jatari, Brett, Sterling, Doug, Marquise, Tom, Brett. Okay, well, I don't see any more questions. Maybe I just did that damn good of a job. I doubt it. Maybe I should practice these, get a little more smoother. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is exciting for me. I think the program moving forward is going to be even more turnkey. I can tell you this, that what's gone into this is hundreds of thousands of dollars of my expertise, my knowledge, my team's expertise, my team's knowledge. The fact that you get to come in at a $2,200 investment and have access to what we do and learn it quicker, I think is so important. And Brett asked, what would be an each page equivalent for home services? Same thing. Like we've got people that do it like local Cincinnati home services, Get Healthy Cincinnati. That local page, the concept of that, I think that's a great idea, the home services, because you could go out and get a couple plumbers, a couple electricians, a roofer, a window. You could have, Cincinnati Beautify Your Home, Cincinnati-Beautify Your Homes, whatever you want to name it. But you can do that, and that's going to help you market. It's going to give you, the RGA Hurricane gives you an easy, 100% fail-proof way to get decision makers in front of you. Promise you that. I've not had one company that I have reached out for the RGA Hurricane that has told me no and that has not put the owner in front of me. All you need is visibility with the right people. If you have visibility with the right people, then the more times you do that, the more opportunity you have to be successful down the road. So that's a gold mine. I don't care if you're calling it Cincinnati Eats, Cincinnati Healthy, Cincinnati Fitness, Cincinnati Home Repairs, whatever. It's a huge opportunity. Cool. So Alok, you're welcome. I appreciate you tuning in. Said thank you for doing this. Okay, well, I think that's all I got. Let me double check. Oh, one more person. Ron said, what's the premise of the East page? Ron, that is proprietary, my man. That's in the program. If you're in the program, you'll get to learn all that. It's a local page. It's a way to market yourself locally and without fail, have business owners talk to you in a non-threatening manner, in a non-sales manner, and it allows you to build relationships with the right people. It's literally what I've done for the last 3 or 4 years to get in front of hundreds of people and close many, many deals. So cool. How much of the fulfillment is this? How much of the fulfillment if the service is automated? Maybe message me these offline. I'm going to end the webinar. I'm not real sure what you mean there, but if you want a private message, actually email me, Ron, matt@mattplapp.com. Depends on what you build, my man. A lot of what we do, there's a lot of automation involved, what we do with restaurants specifically. Once we turn a client on, we don't have very much to do every month except monitor and tweak. So if you want to shoot me an email, matt@mattplapp.com. I'm an open book. I'll help you out. I appreciate all y'all turning in. I'll see you around.